Hi, I'm Sango and today we're going to be sculpting the trousers. So just before we start, I added in an extra loop around the pocket just to maintain the shape when we go into add the multi-res modifier on. So we want to go into the modifiers, add multi-resolution, make sure you're not in edit mode, you're in object mode, and then subdivide it a few times. I think I'll go for 5 this time. Once you've done that, you can go into the sculpting tab. And I'm going to be using the crease tool mostly in this one, and just make sure you know that holding control will do the opposite. So the crease brush naturally just makes divots inwards. If you hold control, it's going to pull the mesh outwards. So let's get started. Okay, so as you can see from the way we modelled the trousers, we do have some kind of rough pleatage going on. So we're just going to go in and enhance that, make it look more detailed. So going in underneath the pleats to make them look like they're coming out more. And then you can hold control and bring one on top as well. And if it looks a bit too harsh, you can go over, smooth it in, bring it back. You may also want to go to stroke and stabilize stroke, and that way it makes it a lot easier just to be using a mouse rather than a graphics tablet to be doing this. So if you bring it out and then, so holding control to bring it out on the lip of the fold, then go underneath, just normally to put it under, it nicely brings it out and makes it look a lot more natural. Good also to get a load of rough strokes just over, just to break up and get a bit of mid detail in there. So everything's not so perfectly round. Also, if you need to, then it's always good to look at reference models of, you can even just take a photo of yourself wearing some baggy kind of jeans and see how the folds and the pleats actually work, if you're not too sure of it. So I'm just adding a bit of smoothness just to get rid of any of the harsh edges that I've made. There we go, I'm pretty happy with that. So once we've got that done, give it a save just so you got that kind of checkpoint saved in. And then we can go through to baking it. So if you go to layout, you can change the viewport level of the multi-res back down to 0. And you're going to want to open up the shading tab, Shift A, image texture, and here we're going to go new. Going to want it at 512. In fact, we'll put it at at 4K. Obviously we're not going to be putting it into the game at 4K. This is just to bake it down, and then we're going to scale it down to 512 by 512 when we get into Substance Painter. So select that newly made image, and then we go through to the render properties. Oh yeah, of course, gotta go into cycles first. Make sure you select GPU if you got a GPU that's worth rendering on. And go down to bake from multi-res. Make sure you've got this image selected, and then you've got the model and the image selected, and then click bake. At the bottom here you can see that it's baking the normal map for us. And there it is, there's our normal map that we can then use to apply onto the model in Substance Painter. And that's how to sculpt some trousers, so I'll see you in the next one.